Hey, Miss Webster.
Hey guys,
Good morning.
how are you?
Morning.
Good.
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 Y'all ready?
Hey, Madison.
Hey, Makai.
Do you have your packets in front of you?
Yes.
Good.
Yep, I have my packet. I just gotta get it out my thing.
Okay, good.
Can you send me?
Got a few more minutes before we get started.
This is too funny. Upstairs in the room.
Make sure your video is on.
If you don't move. Let's go through that. Where's the principal? Where's the Where's the last?
I guess while we're waiting, there's a couple of things I could share with you. Your last day is June 9th. So we're going to, how we have the Kahoots at 2:30? On that particular day, it's going to move to 2 o'clock. So we're going to change the time for that. Just for that day, though. That's the very last day of school, per se, for y'all. For the summer. If you're excited, give me a thumbs up. Michael, what do you plan to do once you're done with school? Wait a minute, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Okay. Ashton, what do you plan to do when school gets up?
Fall asleep and draw pictures.
Lauren, what do you plan to do?
For the summer, I have my I have an art kit and it has a coloring poster and I have to finish it.
You say you have an art kit, and what'd you say after that?
A coloring poster.
Oh. Does it include
and also my birthday.
Say it again, Ashton.
Also my birthday.
Oh, you got a birthday coming up. When's your birthday?
June 26th.
Oh, okay. Later in the month. Okay. Daniela, what do you plan to do?
Watch TV and go to sleep.
Makai, you?
Never leave my bedroom till my birthday.
Oh, okay. All right, so I guess we can get started now. I got 11:35 on my clock. So make sure that you have your materials in front of you. And we're going to be talking about elapsed time today. You have been watching a video on time. And in your video, you had a clock that looks like this. So if you watched the video, you should have seen my magical clock. Okay, so let's review a little bit. We know that the green hand, which we call the minute hand, and we call it the minute hand because it touches every single tick on the clock. Okay, so we call it the minute hand. It's the long hand. And another way for you to remember the minute hand from the hour hand is the word minute has more letters in it than the word hour. So the green hand we know is the minute hand. The orange hand, somebody make sure you're muted. The orange hand is the hour hand, okay? So this is the one that points and tells you the hour. Now, remember in the video, anytime the hour hand is in between two numbers, you always go for the lowest number as far as the hour, okay? So for instance, if this hand was in between, people still coming. If this hand was in between like that, 9 and 10, then it would be, according to this time, 9:30 because the 6 means 30. And remember, each number is in increments of 5. So I started at 12, and if you watch the video, it was 0, 0 at the top of 12. Then when I moved to 1, that gave me 5. So each number is in increments of 5. So remember in the video, I said we start here, that would be 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So every number is 5, okay? So starting, your next number would be 5 more, so that would be 10, and this will be 15, this will be 20, this will be 25, and that's how we got 9:30 as the time here, okay? So that's just a slight review. Now we're going to get into what we're going to be doing today. So please make sure you have this page in front of you, okay? Let me see who looks like they're ready. Make sure you have your paper in front of you, okay? Okay, go ahead and make sure you're not chatting, guys. All right, so first problem is an I do. And it reads, Thomas has band practice after school. He gets out of school at 3:30. It takes him 15 minutes to get home, 10 minutes to eat a snack, and 5 minutes to get to practice. What time will Thomas be ready for practice? Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to underline my big question. What time will Thomas be ready for practice? That's my big question. Now, there are some things in here that's going to help me to answer this question. It says he gets out of school at 3:30. Okay, so that's definitely important. Let me change my view on this. Let's take this off. All right, so he gets out of school at 3:30. So I'm going to circle that. I also know it takes him 15 minutes to get home. So that's going to be important as well. It's 15 minutes to travel home. And I know it takes him 10 minutes to eat a snack. So I'm going to circle that. And finally, it takes him 5 minutes to get to practice. Okay, So now let's go back to my big question. My big question is, what time would Thomas be ready for practice? Well, the time that he'll be ready for practice is going to be my end time, and that's what I have to figure out. The 15 minutes, the 10 minutes, and the 5 minutes all are considered elapsed time. And then 3:30 would be considered my start time. So let's begin by drawing a number line. A timeline actually is what it is. Draw you a timeline. And I'll pause right there and let you catch up to where I am. Let me see, make sure you have cubed and make sure you have drawn your line. See, Adrian, she's working hard. I see her cubing. And see Akusa that's cubing. All right, so at the beginning of our timeline, we're going to put 3:30. Because 3:30 is my start time. Okay. So just to help me to remember, I'm going to write me an equation right here. My start time is 3:30. And because I'm going forward, I'm adding this time. So that means I'm going to be at a later time than what I started. So 3:30. Then 15 minutes to get home. So I'm going to put plus 15 minutes. And then 10 minutes to eat a snack. So I'm going to put plus 10. And then 5 minutes for the practice. I'm going to put plus 5. All right, so my first time is 15 minutes. And because we've been talking about time in increments of 5, we're going to jump 5 minutes. So we go from 3:30 to 3:35 to 3:40 to 3:45. All right, so that's the first 15 minutes. So after 3 jumps, it would be 3:45. That's 15 minutes. Okay, and this represents the time that he's going home. And I apologize, my pen is not working today, so this is taking a little more time than normal, but it's okay. All right, so this should be home. So it takes him 15 minutes to get home. So this is the 15. So we've used the 15. So I'm going to strike that out right there. Okay. Our next time is 10 minutes. So we're going to do that in increments of 5. So we're at 3:45, 3:50. Oops, now we're at 3:55. All right. So this should be 3:55. And this represents the 10 minutes for snack. So label yours. And I'm gonna put SN, that stands for snack. So now we're at 3:55. So now we've done the 10 minutes. And our last and final, we have 5 minutes to get to practice. So we're gonna jump 5 minutes. So we're at 3:55. And finally, we jump 5 minutes. And now we're at 4 o'clock. And this was the 5 minutes for practice. Okay, so now let's go back and let's see what we have. Our big question was, what time would Thomas be ready for practice? We know that Thomas started at 3:30 and it took him 15 minutes to get home. So from 3:30 and we added 15 minutes, that gave us 3:45. Then we knew that it took him 10 minutes to eat a snack. So we're at 3:45. We add 10 more minutes, that gets us at 3:55. It took him 5 minutes for practice. We added 5 more minutes, and now we're at 4 o'clock. So our answer would be B, 4 o'clock. So I'll pause and let you make your paper look like mine. Let me see. I see Kusa working hard. Janaya A is working hard. Can't tell who that is. Christian, you with me? Abigail's working hard. Good job. Okay. All right, so let's go to our next problem. Our next problem is a we do, and it reads, the third grade lunch starts at 11:20. The third grade lunch ends at 12 o'clock. How many minutes long is third grade lunch? So go ahead and you underline your big question. Okay, so you should have underlined how many minutes long is third grade lunch. Tell me what else needs to be circled. Something needs to be circled. There's something in here, given in here, that's going to help us to answer this problem that we had, the big question that we have underlined. So, Abigail, what do I need to circle in this problem?
You need to circle 11:20 and 12 o'clock.
Okay, good job, Abigail. So our start time we know is 11:20. So everybody circle it. Our end time, she said, was 12 o'clock. So everybody circle that. Okay. Now, who knows the next thing we need to do to get started? What is it that we need to do to get started? What did you notice that I did that helped me to figure out the time? A lot of y'all don't have your videos on. Akusa, what do I need to do?
You need to make a number line.
Yes, we do. So everybody draw a number line. All right, the next thing we need to do is to put what? What do we need to put? Trinity, what's our next move?
We gotta put the start and the end.
Okay, so the start time is what, Trinity?
The start time is 11:20.
Okay, The start time is 11:20. And our end time we know is 12 o'clock. So our job is to figure out the elapsed time. So we know the start time, we know the end time, but we don't know how much it is that goes in between the elapsed time. So we'll start at 11:20 and we're trying to get to 12 o'clock. We have to figure that out. So give me the first jump. What would the first jump be? What could the first jump be, Lauren?
10 minutes long.
Okay, you want to do an increments of 10. All right, we can do 10 minutes. So plus 10 here. And what time would it be? We add 10 minutes. Israel, what time will it be?
11:30.
11:30. Everybody label 11:30. And remember, we're trying to get to 12 o'clock. So what could my next jump be? Ashton, what could my next jump be?
Another 10.
Okay, we could do another 10 minutes. And what time would that be?
11:40.
11:40. All right, give me another jump, please. London, give me another jump.
10 minutes.
You want to do 10 minutes again?
Yeah.
Okay. So do plus 10. What time will it be?
That would be 11:50.
11:50. Okay. Okay, so now we're at 11:50. Again, we're trying to get to 12 o'clock. Braylon, what do I need to do?
Add another 10.
Okay, we can add another jump one more time. And what time will that be, Braylon?
12 o'clock.
Okay, so we're at 12 o'clock. So we're at our end time. Now, our next step would be to do what? Because remember, we're trying to figure out the elapsed time here. We knew the beginning and we knew the end, but now we got to do one more step. And what would that step be? Makai. Wait a minute, you're muted.
The step would be to count how many minutes we did, and then we would get our answer.
Okay, so we did 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 gives us a total of, and you write it on your paper. Adrian, what did you give for an answer?
I got 40.
Good job. You're exactly right. So everybody circle C, 40 minutes. Go back to your big question. How many minutes long is the third grade lunch? Third grade lunch is 40 minutes long from 11:20 to 12 o'clock. So that's a real life situation. So if you ever have to make a schedule on your job, you know how to make schedules dealing with the lapse time. So we can always refer back to something we can use in real life. Okay. I'll give you a few minutes to get that down, then we'll go to the next question. I see some people on here really working hard. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Next question is a you do, and it reads, Bonnie started her math homework at 5:15 and it took her 35 minutes to complete it. At what time did she finish her math homework? You go ahead and you cube that one.
Miss Webster, do we go ahead and solve the problem?
Yes, this is a you do. I'm sorry. Yes, it's a you do. You go ahead and solve.
Miss Webster, are we just doing this one problem for the you do?
Yes.
Okay.
I see y'all really working hard. I see some kids really working hard in here. See who gets the answer.
Miss Webster, after we complete the question, do we go do it in our Kahoot?
You will in a few minutes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. You will in just 1 second.
Miss Webster, do we go ahead and do our Kahoot right now?
Somebody just asked me that. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go. I promise you I'm gonna let you go. I see y'all are reading the screen. All right, who wants to explain this without telling us the answer? So where would you start in this problem? What would be the first thing you do? Let's see. Well, y'all have completely turned your audios off. Janaya, your video's off.
What I do is underline what the question is asking us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to explain the rest?
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the time. I want you to start with the number line.
Okay. So when you do it the number line, what you put at the beginning of it is 5:15.
Okay.
And then since it took her 35 minutes to complete it, you would put 30 or put a heel, which is 10 minutes, 3 times, and then what you get is
You don't have
what
to
you
tell us the
get.
answer.
Okay. And then what you get at the end of that result, and then you add 5 more to what you got from before, and then you get your answer.
Good job. Very well explained. So now everybody needs to go to their Kahoots, and you're going to answer your one question in Kahoots today. And please make sure you put your name, only your name, and only go in there one time and do your work, guys. Okay? If there are no other questions, today is what, Wednesday? Monday, you know, is a holiday, right? Monday is Memorial Day. Okay?
We have no
So-
school.
So you will not see us on Monday. I need to make sure I tell you that. Yeah, Monday
No school.
is yeah,
Hey,
the
hey.
25th. So that's Memorial Day. So no school. Y'all don't have that much time left.
Would it ever be pre-recorded or no?
No.
Miss Webster.
Yes.
Who
Who called my name?
Miss Webster.
Akusa.
Yeah. So yesterday's Kahoot, I believe. I think today or yesterday's Kahoot. While I was doing, wait. Oh yeah. While I was doing yesterday's Kahoot, the screen, when I was zooming in, it like took me back to the school page, and so I put my name in again and tried to do the questions, but the time ran out.
It shouldn't have been a timer on it.
Like to do the challenge.
Okay. So let me tell you. You got my email, Akusa.
Mama, do you have Miss Webster's email?
Webster.Robin.
Okay.
And I'm gonna email you what to put in so you can do it again, okay?
Okay.
Webster.Robin at the Sugar Creek.
It was the one for the 18th.
Which was Monday? Monday. Yeah, the day is the 20th. Yeah, Monday was the 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else is good?
Yes. Bye, Miss Webster.
Bye, guys. Have a great rest of your week.
Bye,
Miss
Miss
Webster.
Bye-bye.
Webster.
Adios.
Yes, amigos.
Mama, can I leave?